Alright, so this is our November check-in video. Cubbies are looking great, binders are looking great. You're getting used to looking at all the tools that we have for different assessments. So like for our science test, we'll have our outline, we'll have our study guide, we'll have the worksheet, as well as any of the videos that we might have watched in your textbook as well. And for this unit, we talked about memorization or ways to memorize. You had this in your study skills. I told you that there are 16 points that I'm giving you. You have to be able to memorize the phases of the moon and the order of the planets. So you can do rote memorization, which is writing out and saying out loud the words over and over. These ones right there, right? Just keep on reading them or saying them out loud or writing them out. Rote memorization works. We also talked about chunking, right? There's two waxings, two wanings, two quarters, two moons. So you have the waxing crescent, waxing gibbous, waning crescent, waning gibbous, first quarter, last quarter, full moon, new moon, right? You could use that as a way to help you remember things by chunking. Imagery, visualizing information like using pictures, drawing them out, that helps. Association, we watched a Bill Nye video on the baseball diamond, how Bill Nye equated the baseball diamond to the phases of the moon. We talked about mnemonics, making a list of acronyms that make sense to you in a sentence. So, Move 'em Jason, or My Very Eager Mother, Just the Best Nachos. We watched a bunch of songs on YouTube about the phases of the moon and of the order of the planets. You could do the method of loci, which is creating that memory palace or that mind palace in your brain, associating objects with familiar locations. You could use a planet walk that we did as your method of loci. You can use a combination of different memorization techniques. Just make sure you use at least one, maybe two for a backup to help you remember those definitely things, because those are 16 points on the test. And of course, when we have our social studies test, which is on November 18th, I started asking you to familiarize yourselves with the study guides, skeleton outline, workbook pages, copybook notes, quizzes, anything else that you have, and start thinking about what items are popping up in your head. Oh yeah, don't forget the textbook too. What things are popping up your head when you sit down and take your test, or when you sit down and take your quiz, and start noticing, where does your brain tend to file information and retrieve information better? Start thinking about those things if you haven't. Keep thinking about those things if you have, and do well on your assessments.